Brooklyn Child Boxing. What's good with you, brother? Big Dose 513. Clifton Bronson. What's up? Yeah, brothers, I'm just on here this evening. I'll let everybody else do their little bit of shaking out and whatnot. Thought I'd come on here and talk about the fight a little bit. Um, it was quite an entertaining match. I'm sure everybody got their evening's worth out of that. You know, very good fight. As I watched it, I was just smiling to myself because I had spoken about the possibilities of what we saw manifest, and once again, I was on the money about it. So, how did you brothers enjoy the fight? I see you, coming in talking. What are your thoughts? I'm gonna be on here a minute to talk about my thoughts, but just a little play to get get us interacting a little bit here. Well, it says we got about 5 people out there right now. Could be more. I don't know. But to get me to start start commenting on what we saw this evening or this morning, early afternoon. Uh, Mike Hennigan's fell into the building. What's going on with you, Mike Hennigan? How you doing, brother? Brooklyn Child Boxing says, I'm eating crow again, OG. I had yard. A lot of people watching college football. I don't give a damn about no football, man. Really don't. Pro or college. That ship has sailed for me. But back to you, Brooklyn Child Boxing. You like that yard bird, don't you? You like that yard bird, don't you, brother? I try to tell you. You come on my channel, we talk it up, and leave comments and this and that, and then you go and do some stuff like what you do, and then you got to get those tips. How you like them? Spicy, honey buttered, Cajun, jerk, you know. Yeah, we're going to serve it up to you there, Brooklyn Child. We're going to serve it up to you. Huh? I think you want a bucket of tips from the crow. Huh? But I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm getting tired of cooking these crow tips for you. And you and your cousins out there with them bad picks of the week. Huh? Mike Hennigan says Yard lack of experience and his conditioning was evident. Here's a secret for you, Mike Hennigan. It was far more than that, brother. And he lost that fight way before he signed that contract. It was his whole approach to the sport in general, as well as the mentality that they had and the audacity that they displayed in deciding to take this fight. Mike Hennigan is laughing. Go ahead, man. Yap it up, man, because there's some people out there to laugh at, bro. I'll do it too. Clifton Bronson says, love that jab work. Broderick Hunter is out there. He says, what's up, Stormybman? What's going on with you, Broderick Hunter, brother? What's happening? Brooklyn Child Boxing says, I like my crow Cajun, bro. I know. And you like a lot of it too, bro. I think we might run out of stock with your orders. Huh? Christopher Journay says, salute at Stormybman. What's going on with you, Christopher Journay? Mike Hennigan says at Big Dose 513, salute family. Clifton Bronson is laughing. Yeah, man. You know, I don't take, pride in making fun, but I like to make fun because it's, it gets us laughing. It gets us laughing and everything, and gives us a chance to, break the ice a little bit. Big Dose 513 says facts at Stormy B, man. I said it when I found out that he was only sparring his coach for this fight. Well, I got no news for you, Big Dose. He wasn't even sparring his coach. He was doing pad and mitt work in the ring with his coach, but that's not even simulated sparring. The pad work that I've seen him do and all that rhythmic punching and movement and everything, that's all reflex and timing activity, but it has absolutely nothing to do with fighting. Absolutely nothing. You could stand in front of the mirror and throw punches at yourself in front of the mirror and get the same result out of all of that. You really can. Mike Hennigan says, Stormy B, man, what did you think of the 8th round for Yard? Christopher Journay said, I had a really good laugh today. I bet you did, man. I bet you did. And you're getting ready to have a few more because, I'm going to find something funny to say here in the midst of this. Especially since Brooklyn Child Boxing has this fetish for the Yardbird. I just don't understand it. And he likes to come back here and boast about it. What's up with that? Mike Hennigan, what I thought about the 8th round. I felt that it was going to be a round like that because with Yard being a younger, fresher, strong puncher, if he found his way to do something like go to Kovalev's body and start sapping his strength and everything, it was going to prove effective. But what we saw also is that Yard is not disciplined enough to sustain any type of particular attack. It looked to me from the opening, even until he got knocked out, he only wanted to land a counter check hook. He showed no jab. He refused to put his hands up, and he was getting touched up, especially in the middle and late quarter of the fight. I don't know what's up with that. And you saw the results of him not picking his hands up. His face began to look like, Martin looked after he fought Tommy Hearns. So, if you don't want to put your hands up to guard your head and your face, you're a dummy. I'm just going to say it like that. I've worked with guys in the gym. You don't want to put your hands up and protect yourself, you're a dummy. Huh? And the other person that's throwing at you should knock your damn head off every opportunity that he gets. Because these guys, you have to teach them a lesson. You have to teach them a lesson. That whole thing about putting your hands up, your hands are supposed to be in a particular place. And it's that way for a reason. All that hanging your hands low and all that, I don't give a damn who you saw do it. I don't give a damn who looked good doing it. It's not for everybody. Stop that shit. Get back to the basics. Put them hands up. Stick a jab out there. Learn to work off of combinations and bring your guard back home. Huh? Stop all that damn foolishness. And you're dancing and all of that stupid shit. You look like a fool. Now, I know some people are not going to agree with that, but I don't give a damn because this is my opinion, okay? And the guys that I worked with, I made certain that they understood what was important and what was not. Huh? The old coaches would always say, win this one, look good the next time. All that dancing and stuff and coming out in sequins and shit, yeah, that looks good. But it looks like it's on the floor too. Huh? Right there with your ass. Get this shit together, man. The punches flying at your head are meant with bad intentions. And you can't think solid enough to put your hands up to guard, block, defend, protect that which is supposed to be most important, which is your fucking head. Huh? Your brain is up there, huh? But if you ain't got sense enough to protect that, hey, there you go. You know me. I'm going to tell it like it is, whether you like it or not. And all y'all out there want to say, well, I was riding with the brother because I hate Kovalev and this and that. I don't give a damn about either one of them. They not putting money in my pocket. They not paying my bills. I like the sport of boxing. But I also I don't allow my greater sensibilities to get the better of me when it comes down to something like this. When you talk about someone who has a body of work and someone who has barely put their body in place for work. There you go. You know? Mike Hennigan says exactly. Big Dose 513 says, right, Stormy. His coach should have told him, don't even look up top, body only. No, his coach should have taught him how to use a damn jab. Huh? If he had jabbed with Kovalev, he would have offset Kovalev's jab. He decided once Kovalev started jabbing him, he said, that's a jab. Huh? That's what he did. Stupid. He ain't even smart enough to slip the jab. Get out the way of the jab. Put your hand up and stop the jab. Huh? Just taking him. Huh? He looked like a damn bobblehead doll out there. But hey, you know. Dark Truth says salute. Dark Truth says salute. Mike Hennigan says, yep, just like Heard. Yep, just like Heard. Clifton Bronson says, Yark walked into that jab like you walk into a kitchen cabinet door. Yeah, and you know what happens, Clifton Bronson, when you walk into those kitchen cabinet doors? You do it a couple of times, you end up with a couple of knots on your head. Huh? They be pew, pew, pew. They be sticking up there. But when you get tired of feeling those knots, you duck that door, don't you? You duck that cabinet. Oh, here come the cabinet. Look out for the cabinet. Watch your head on the cabinet. Huh? But some people ain't smart enough. Huh? That's why the old folks used to say, if somebody let you bust their head, you bust that shit wide open to the white meat. Huh? That's what you do to them. All real stuff. Robert Stewart says, you back at it, brother? Stormybman. Yeah, Robert Stewart, I'm back at it. And thank you for your PayPal donation, Robert Stewart. I didn't get a chance to thank you on the air. I wanted to thank you for that. Bless up to you, brother, for the PayPal donation. Appreciate you. Okay. Bodru Thibodeau Boxing is in the house. He says salute with the boxing gloves. Mike Hennigan is saluting Robert Stewart. Clifton Bronson is laughing. Robert Stewart says at Mike Hennigan, salute family. Gil Coles is back. He says salute Stormy B-Man in the chat. Robert Stewart says Yard was eating that piston jab all night long. Absolutely. And do you know, Robert Stewart, when you get hit with the jab solidly on a continuous basis, what happens is the base of your spine at the top of your shoulders in the back, there's a pain that shoots down, okay? And you begin to feel that in your legs. And did you see his legs, how weak they were, that he even took a topple to the canvas in the late rounds? That comes from that jab, bro. I'm going to tell you something. All I have to do is stick this straight out, okay? Stick it straight out. And when I stick that straight out and you run into the end of that, even if you push it back a little bit when you run into it, the force and the damage is on you because there's a whip effect, a whiplash effect, okay? And that being done continuously over and over and over again, you begin to short circuit, man. They say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, okay? And when a person is throwing straight punches as opposed to looping and hooking shots, the straight punch is going to get there first. This man was looking to set Kovalev up with check hooks, but he wasn't setting the check hook up. He basically was opening the door up saying, step in. But Kovalev was stepping in behind the jab. Pop, pop, pop. Huh? And later in the fight, Kovalev started throwing combinations. Jab, jab, right hand, hook, putting them together like he's supposed to do. While this guy's laying back, waiting to get that hook off. Somebody must have told him he was like Roy Jones or something. Roy Jones was phenomenal. He was an anomaly. He was the type of athlete that could get shots off with a certain type of speed and reflect ability that most common fighters don't have. He's a once in a lifetime, once in his era talent. And there is nothing about Anthony Yarde that I've seen that puts me in mind of him being that type of talent. Nothing whatsoever. You know? Christopher Journay says, I never saw anyone get stopped by a jab. Well, go, Christopher Journay, go look up James Buster Douglas versus Mike Williams. Buster Douglas knocked Mike Williams out with a jab. Larry Holmes put people down with a jab. Carla Truth Williams put people down with a jab. Buster Douglas put other fighters down with a jab only. A jab, when it's timed correctly, can do so much damage. It short circuits everything. The only reason that it is not more effective than the right hand is because typically the right hand comes behind the setup of a jab, and there's nothing to set the jab up except for a feint or a single jab to be preceded by a double or triple jab. But the jab is the most important punch in boxing. Larry Holmes has said it. If a person has a jab, they can win a fight. Mike Hennigan at Clifton Bronson is laughing. St. Cruisin is in there. He says, what up, bro? What's up with you, St. Cruisin? Mike Hennigan says, Gil Cole, salute family. Christopher Jornet is saying, at Gil Cole, salute. Robert Stewart is giving the fist pump, and he says, no problem, Stormy B-Man. Clifton Bronson says, salute Gil Coles. Mike Hennigan saying, smash that like button and subscribe to Stormy B-Man. Thank you for that, my brother. Thank you so much. St. Cruzen says, I thought Yard had him in round 8. Lack of passing experience. St. Cruzen, what happened in round 8 was the debilitating shots that he did get in on Kovalev began to run their gamut with Kovalev. But I'll give the 60 seconds between the rounds to Buddy McGirt, because Buddy McGirt was able to get something through to Kovalev. Whereas when we saw past trainers like John David Jackson, what was his name? Don Turner and Abel Sanchez, these guys couldn't get Kovalev to do certain things. But Buddy McGirt let him know that he was going to possibly stop the fight if he have another round like that. And he convinced Kovalev to get back to using the jab. He won the fight with his jab. Simply, hands down. And he would have, even if it had gone to a decision, he would have won based on the jab. That's Buddy McGirt. That's Buddy McGirt. And nobody's going to give Buddy credit, but I'm going to give Buddy credit. Because Buddy wasn't over there in his corner being a stupid yes man. When he told that man he would stop the fight in front of his hometown crowd and his people, it woke his ass up out of that vodka stupor for a minute. And he got back to business. In the meantime, in the other guy's corner, they gave him nothing as far as telling him how to set things up going forward, because he did have his man reeling. But they didn't know what to do, because they didn't do the things that they were supposed to do coming into the fight. Okay? They lucky that this kid had enough talent and ability to last as long as he did. But there's nothing about his corner and the so-called preparation for this fight that should be given a claim, because they failed miserably. They need house cleaning over there. Robert Stewart says, yes, sir, facts. Gil Cole says, salute at Mike Hennigan. Robert Stewart says, Christopher Journay, salute family. Gigi is in the building. He says, salute Stormybman. Salute to you, Gigi. Mike Hennigan says, throwing a check hook without a jab. Yeah, absolutely, Mike Hennigan. Not only throwing a check hook without a jab, but not making the jab a part of your arsenal to do anything, to begin your game plan. I mean, you might as well be a armless soldier with no jab. St. Cruzen saying, Yard finally went to the body, round 7, too late. Clifton Bronson says, pure facts, Stormy. Mike Hennigan says, Roy threw very few jabs. Not many fighters could do that. Yeah, and very few fighters had Roy's speed and athletic ability, you know. Roy was not only fast with his hands and powerful, but he could actually get out of the way, too. He had this little, fast twitch muscle. He could get out of the way of shots just within an inch or so and nail you a shot. Roy did that a lot to people. But as soon as he began to slow down, the playing field leveled and people were able to get to him. So, St. Cruzen says, Sonny Liston KO'd several with his jab. Yes, sir. Sonny Liston had a jab that was like a steel beam being pounded into your face, George Foreman knocked out Michael Moore with vicious jabs. No, Mike Hennigan. And George Foreman knocked out Michael Moore with a right hand on the chin that came behind a jab that blinded him first. Mike Hennigan says, at GG salute family. Robert Stewart says, you ain't lying, brother. GG says, Cotto knocked down Claude with the jab. Mike Hennigan is being saluted by GG. Mike Hennigan says, all facts. And Denise Ward says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Miss Wards. How are you? So as, you know, as we talk about the things that exposed Yarde's demise, we can speak about what he did do well, which was he did show courage to try to stand in there at points and try to challenge Kovalev. But he had no strategy. He had nothing to set things up. He was basically fighting off of what he knows to do, you know, and that knowledge seems to be very limited, because simply jabbing with Kovalev would have disrupted everything that Kovalev was doing. I just don't understand guys that don't like to put their hands up to defend themselves. I don't know where the hell that comes from. And I don't blame it on Floyd Mayweather, because people have been doing it way before Floyd Mayweather came around or came on the scene. You know, there's a number of people who have put themselves in harm's way by not doing just the basics. Mike Hennigan says, what do you think Yarde's next move should be? You don't really want to know my answer to that. He should go sit his ass down somewhere, and watch some real fighters fight, watch some real fighters train, and maybe try to get the phone number of some world champions and former world champions in the sport around the division where he's calling himself participating in, and, you know, get the hell away from them people that's working with him in the gym. Get far away from, change his phone number, move, something. No contact. Stay away from them people, because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Broderick Hunter says, you could hear Kovalev say, no, no, after McGirt threatened to stop it. Great move by McGirt. Absolutely. You see, Buddy McGirt he's a veteran. Not only a veteran trainer, but a veteran fighter. He knows the buttons to push. And this is why I was talking about how he was able to get Kovalev's ear. You understand? Kovalev fought his ass off, as he was supposed to, but he needed to be reminded of why he was there. And Buddy McGirt was able to do that. Kudos to McGirt. That's what I'm telling you. I mentioned that early when the stream first started. St. Cruisin says, there's an art to picking out your sparring partners. That BS hurt Yarde. I don't even think they picked a sparring partner. They didn't use them. I heard that he doesn't use sparring partners at all. He fights like it. Shit. You know, he don't even know how to keep his hands up around his chin and his face to protect himself. Brooklyn Child Boxing says, I still think Yarde has a good future, but he needs a new team, and I think he would benefit from fighting from a tradition stance and working off the jab. So says the man who's filling up on crow tips left and right. Sit down, Brooklyn Child Boxing, and eat your crow, man. Don't be making no suggestions, okay? You picking wrong like pulling out two left shoes out the closet, man. Mike Hennigan says, Brooklyn Child Boxing, good point. Be careful, Mike Hennigan. Be careful. Huh? Latching on to that crow lover over there. Gigi says, at Mike Hennigan, switch trainers and a good training camp that includes effective sparring. You guys are just so far off the map, man, when it comes to what this guy really needs to do. Just changing people and everything, personnel, you have to change your philosophy. You have to change your psychology. You have to change your physical approach. You have to change your mental approach. You have to understand that you need to be broken down and rebuilt, okay, and made anew in the sport of boxing. And that can't happen in a training camp. It can't happen overnight. It can't happen over a damn conversation. And it sure as hell ain't gonna happen over this live stream. You understand? Real talk. Mike Hennigan says, at GG, exactly, bro. And Broderick Hunter is laughing. I told you, Stormybman will say some unpopular things because people, see, we're living in a time now where everybody's so damn sensitive and everything, you know, running around wearing skinny pants and shit, nut hugging pants, and, you know, men want to paint their nails and wear men's purses and shit. I don't want to get down with any of that shit. Tell me the real shit so I could go back and work and get my shit together. Don't patronize me. Don't pat me on the ass. Don't say, oh, it's going to be all right, and put your arm around my shoulder and shit. Fuck that. Slap my face and say, man, wake the fuck up. What the fuck you doing? Get your head out your ass. Huh? This is what needs to take place. You know? Maybe he want to be on Dancing with the Stars or something, the UK version, instead of fighting. Because it looked like he was ready for the disco or something, where he come out there. Huh? He damn sure wasn't ready for a fight. Yeah, I'm saying all the shit you don't want to hear, but I don't give a damn. Because I know different, okay? I know different. You tell these guys, oh, they could come back and they're going to be all right. Yeah, they'll be all right as long as you keep putting them in there with soft touches. But do you realize how many other fighters in this weight class and division that was looking at this shit saying, oh, he's so limited, all I got to do is this. Yeah, you know, so you got people chomping at the bit. They want him now. They thought that he was kind of formidable for this, but he's been exposed, huh? The curtain's been snatched off of him, just like they was snatched off of AJ, huh? Snatched off of Hurd, huh? This is what happens when you expose. You running around here wearing skinny jeans and you carrying man bags and shit like that and all up in your feelings on Twitter and shit, instead of getting in the heat of the gym with your damn trunks on and your gloves on and sleeves rolled up and ready to go to work and put in that damn work. Because boxing is a hurt business. You could fucking get killed in there. Huh? I said it before the fight. I said Kovalev has killed a man in the ring. This young man in there smiling and grinning and everything, he gonna try to fucking knock your head off, bro. What are you doing? Broderick Hunter says, lose the oxygen, sucking muscle mass for starters. Listen, let me tell you something, Broderick. See, that's the other thing. They think body beautiful is going to be what's awesome. When people look at you, oh, you look physically great. But I told you about those old jalopies that sit in the driveway. You wax them, you wash them, you wax them, you paint on them and everything, shine the tires, but it need a new engine and trans. That's why it's sitting on the blocks in the damn driveway. You can't take it nowhere down the street, huh? The young lady that keep walking past, looking at it, smiling at you while you lean up against it while it's shining, but you can't take her for a ride. You can't take her and get her ice cream because that damn thing need a new engine or trans. That's the equivalent of these brothers getting in there with all these muscles and shit. Huh? Go back and look at the film of the real good fighters. You don't see all them muscles. You see musculature from being in shape in the gym working. But these guys who look like sculpted Adonises, they're not usually the ones who are at the pinnacle. Not usually. And that's usually a limitation. Tremendously. Gigi says, tell him, Stormybman, we come here for your knowledge. Respect, bro. I appreciate that, Gigi, but I'm just telling the truth, man. And if Yard was my protege, I would be on him, man. I would be on him. But if he were my protege, he would not have come in there ill prepared for Kovalev. I would have had him knocking Kovalev's ass out because I know what to do to Kovalev. But these guys, you know, that he's working with, they don't know what they're doing. That Tunde guy, he shouldn't get another assignment. Go train some amateurs somewhere or something. Brooklyn Child Boxing says, hey, Stormy, I got a good amount of fights right, too. Laugh out loud. Joseph Brown says, salute Stormy B, man. What's going on with you, Joseph Brown? We talking about your boy, Anthony Yard, getting touched up earlier today. Gigi says, salute at Joseph Brown. Joseph Brown says, salute at Gigi and smash that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see the numbers are climbing. People are listening out there. I'm sorry, but I just like to put it like in truth, you guys. You know, hey, don't take offense. You understand? Just like they tell you in church, when it touch you, if it hit your toe, you just say, ouch. Huh? Move your foot. Next time you know something might be coming to land on it. Huh? There you go. Broderick Hunter says, he's laughing. Ask AJ. Joseph Brown says, Broderick Hunter says, ask AJ about them muscles. Joseph Brown says, I said he would lose. You know, I don't take any gratification in the young man losing. I was actually hoping that he could do something and rise above himself, you know, but he only had so much that he brought, and it was not enough. Even on the cusp of when he had Kovalev in trouble, do you realize that's at that very moment is when he maxed out himself? So it was a matter of who was going to get to who first at that point. And once Buddy McGirt reminded Kovalev that he was going to stop the fight before letting him take more punishment like that, that woke Kovalev the fuck up. Huh? He went back out there and boxed better than he had in the first half of the fight. Brooklyn Child Boxing says, how do you think Kovalev and Canelo plays out? You tell me, Brooklyn Child Boxing, because you said you got a good amount of fights right too, huh? So since you got your chest all stuck out and everything, not realizing your chest could get knocked back in, but you sticking it out there, but you tell me, huh? Because you got a good amount of fights right too, huh? But right along with the good amount of fights that you got right, You got a whole plate of crow over there with your ass too, huh? So I'm looking over there as it's 50-50 according to you, huh? Derek Bailey says, salute as Stormybman. Joseph Brown says, I want him to win. I would have gladly eat that crow. Gigi says, Tunde wax on, wax off philosophy ain't cutting it in the world level of prize fighting. It sure ain't, man. I'm telling you, that dude, they should have his bags packed and sending him in the opposite direction of wherever Yard is going home. Send that MF somewhere far in the opposite direction and lose his luggage in flight. Huh? Mike Hennigan says, at Derek Bailey, salute family. Derek Bailey says, facts at GG. Barton South D-Town is laughing. Mike Hennigan is laughing and crying. Derek Bailey says, salute at Mike Hennigan. And Broderick Hunter says, Yard was completely exhausted when he got hit with that jab. Now, I'm going to tell you something about that. I'm going to tell you. Now, this is another part and point that you guys ain't going to like, but I'm going to tell you anyway because you're listening to the Stormybman channel. Huh? When he got hit with that jab and he went down, he just laid there, didn't he? Huh? He laid there. He didn't look like he was trying to beat a count. He didn't look like he wanted to get up. He didn't look like he better get up before the ref try to wave it out and let everybody know he okay. He was maxed out, right? He was finished, right? He laid there and the fight was stopped. He was KO'd. That's another telltale sign right there. He just lucky that Kovalev didn't hit him with the right. I thought that was the punch that was eventually going to do it. But when he went down from the jab, I was like, oh, okay. Because he was taking the jab all night long. Kovalev was just missing with that right. It was either a little too high on top of the head or it was over the shoulder or something, but it didn't hit the chin. If that right hand hit the chin, they would have been calling the paramedics for the boy. Huh? Mike Hennigan says he was a beaten man, done. Yeah, he was. But I'm saying, the fact that he didn't even try to get up, he was on the floor. He wasn't unconscious. He wasn't unconscious. But that speaks volumes, huh? Big time. Big time. Looked like he was too damn tired to get up, like he was asleep with his eyes open too, right? Derek Bailey, asleep with his eyes open, looking at the lights. But I'm going to tell you something. I bet Tunde never put him on the canvas in the gym, huh? And since he don't spar people, ain't nobody in the gym sparred him to put him on the floor, huh? To let him know what that's like. But I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes a real good coach and trainer will do certain things to you in the gym, especially if you ain't faced it in a fight. But he's giving you a chance to understand what resistance is, huh? What perseverance means, what having to overcome means, huh? You can't have it all easy, goddammit. You can't eat cake and ice cream all day. You got to have you some vegetables, huh? And some proteins and carbs. You can't just eat sweets, huh? You can't just have it sweet. Broderick Hunter says he was glad it was over. The brother was cooked. Yeah, just like them crow tips that Brooklyn Child Boxing is eating. He ain't got mad. He ain't writing no comments now. But Brooklyn Child Boxing, no, I like to signify, man. You don't be so sensitive. Put your man purse down and write some more stuff in the chat, man. Stop acting up. And Dark Truth says that Derek Bailey salute and that Mike Hennigan salute. Mike Hennigan says salute at Dark Truth. And he's saying salute at Joseph Brown also. And Gigi says, Stormybman, you think Yard had ever much experience getting knocked down with his limited exposure in the sport? Probably not. He's probably been placed in gratuitous circumstances the entire way. And that's the wave of confidence that he's been riding. Barton South D-Town says, did Yard get $4 million for that fight? I don't know what he got for the fight because I really don't pay attention to the purses, you know. I'm sure there's some brothers out here who know how much he made and what kind of man purse he put the money in and everything and what bank he might be using the credit cards with, you know. So Derek Bailey says, yes, Stormy, I don't understand how you don't have your fighter spar at all. Hey, man, I'm telling you, these people out here keep trying to reinvent the wheel, and ain't nothing wrong with the wheel. The wheel has made the quality of life so much easier. Okay, why is somebody trying to top that? Huh? You can't reinvent the wheel, bro. You can't. It was done one time, and we enjoying it ever since. Broderick Hunter is laughing. Mike Hennigan is laughing. He says, put your man purse down. Yeah, man. Brooklyn Child, he over there quiet and everything. Now he mad because I was cooking on him. But that's what happened when you want to tell somebody, I get a lot of fight calls right too. I didn't say there was anything wrong with calling fights wrong, right or wrong. But see, when you say stuff like that, you sounds like you combative, huh? You ain't got to be combative with me. Be combative with yourself because you made the wrong pick. That's what I'm saying. You know? At Dark Truth, he says, at Stormybman, I don't understand the logic behind him not sparring. Is there a strategy behind that? Hell no. Had a call. I don't know if you cover that. You know what? No, Dark Truth. These guys, again, they coming up with this shit just like these new fitness trainers and personal trainers. They coming up with these supplements and stuff telling the fighters, take this. It's going to build your endurance. It's going to do this. Dude, getting your ass up out the bed and running at 3 o'clock in the morning in the mountains and everything, it ain't nothing better. Okay? You get your damn endurance up. And getting them floor exercises in, using that damn that heavy bag in the gym, huh? And also sparring in there, getting hit in the belly and all of that. That's the stuff that builds you up, man. Sparring extended rounds, leaving the ladies alone. These are people that think like, oh, it ain't nothing wrong with having your lady before the fight. No, you know what? It ain't about if it's something wrong with having your lady because God put the ladies down here for us. You understand? But it's about denial. Denying yourself the things that you love and covet so that you could get through to a point of having something to fight for. Okay? Where you condition yourself the disciplines of being able to deny something. Okay? Because at the end of this, you can have whatever you want, but you got to get to the end first. Okay? That's dedication. If you're going to go over there and be with your lady and go out there and drink vodka and go out there and be in the club gambling and shit all night, what's the whole point of training at all? Just fucking show up with your belly hanging over your trunks and get knocked the fuck out in the first round. Huh? Brooklyn Child Boxer says, I'm doing work while I'm listening. Yeah, you working on writing down little hate lists. Stormy B, man, talking about me. I'm mad at him now. But you'll be back, Brooklyn Child Boxing, because somebody else going to be talked about. It ain't just you, bro. I just got you right now. Bun South D-Town says, I am eating vegan crow. I was riding with the young gun too. Ain't no such thing as vegan crow. See, Bun South D-Town, that's again, you guys be trying to, you're so sensitive, you trying to make it okay. It ain't making it okay. It ain't okay. Okay? It ain't. So you just say, ouch, they got me too, and you come back another time. Huh? All that's, well, I'm having vegan, or I'm really, I don't take too much protein. Get out of here with that crap. You getting cooked too. You getting roasted. And I told you guys, if you listen to me on the Friday night chop session with Stormy B, man, I'm talking on the panel. Told y'all what was going to happen. I was on In the Eye of the Storm this morning. Y'all wasn't listening because you didn't tune in. My viewer count was really low. So I know you wasn't listening to me this morning, and you would have learned some more. But no, you went out there just like he didn't spar. You didn't get your training in the gym, and you went out there blind, and you got hit on the chin. So you know what? You out. You KO'd. Huh? Count it out. Vegan crow. Mike Hennigan, damn right. The old-fashioned way. That's right, man. Get up, run, huh? Run a couple of times a day. Huh? That cardio, you get that cardio up, man. You run 5-6 miles a day, that's good for once. But if you run, 10 miles a day, if you're doing it twice, so it's like, you know what? Your endurance is up, man. You see these guys, they don't want to do the stuff they're supposed to do. That's why they come in heavy. They rehydrate to these huge weights and stuff because they cheat to get down in weight. They don't do it the right way. How you going to be cutting corners and be the best? You might get to a certain point in level. You may even become a champion, but that don't make you the best, especially if you cutting corners because you cheating. Huh? And if I got a student that don't cheat, he gonna whoop your ass. Because I'm pumping him up and letting him know everything about you cheaters and how y'all don't want to work hard and everything. So he gonna be mentally conditioned to take you to the max. And then wait till that physical kick in. Gigi says, facts. Boxing training for boxing. Keep it simple. Them weights ain't throwing punches at you in the ring. You're absolutely right. No weights ever won a fighter fights. Broderick Hunter is laughing my ass off. Why bother? Go get another sandwich. Exactly. Why ain't he eating sandwiches in the corner in between rounds? Give me another bite before I go back out, coach. Huh? Shit. Bun South D-Town says, I am a vegan is why I said that. Okay, that's fine. But there ain't no vegan crow. You got to eat the real crow, the crow tips. Now, you could have Cajun, honey buttered, spicy, jalapeno. What's the other one I said? We got quite a few. So, Bun, get your plate ready, too. So, yeah, Kovalev lives to fight another day, huh? It takes a special kind of guy to beat him. Guys who know how to deal with bullies, Andre Wards, Bernard Hopkins, it ain't a lot of those guys out there right now. So they could, they could get away. Kovalev can get away for another day. And Canelo wants some of that. Canelo can get some too. Absolutely. Derek Bailey says, did Yard at least do road work? Hey, man, I don't know. I wasn't in his camp. I only know about the lack of sparring because that was talked about. But, you know, HBO used to show the behind the scenes, the guys working out for the fight, the pre-fight little sketch they would do. You see the guy running on the road and the camera following him and shit. I don't never see camera following these guys on the road. Huh? They always standing around talking. It's a coincidence. I don't know. Mike Hennigan says, lemon pepper. Yeah, you got the lemon pepper we could put on the crow tips too. Lemon pepper. Yeah, Derek Bailey, he was huffing and puffing by third round. Yeah, and Kovalev hadn't even laid hands on him real good yet. And he was huffing and puffing. All them muscles and everything. Look in there looking like miniature Arnold Schwarzenegger, And them muscles is craving oxygen. Huh? He spit his mouthpiece out in one round. Did y'all see that? Brooklyn Child Boxer says Kovalev beat Alvarez to answer your question earlier. No, I was talking about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is who was talking about getting in there with him, I don't think Canelo want none of that. Bon South D-Town says, if Yard fight Kovalev again, I would pick him and still Lions in the camp. Well, he had one time, huh? He had this time, and he didn't do it. Smokey Robinson had a song. He said, tell me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's what you're trying to say, Bonton South D-Town. Tell me tomorrow. Huh? Derek Bailey says, facts, Stormy. Dark Truth says that Canelo fight with Kovalev, is that a straight up fight at 75 or is it going to be at a catch weight? Well, knowing Canelo, he's trying to get it at a catch weight for certain. Derek Bailey says, yep. And Broderick Hunter says, spit that MF mouthpiece like a MF. Yeah, you're right. He did. He spit it out, man. He learned that from AJ, Now, listen, I'm going to tell you something about him not sparring. Maybe they didn't let him spar or haven't been letting him spar because of what was happening to AJ in the gym. Maybe that was way they was trying to avoid those kind of circumstances. But you got to spar, man. But see, you don't spar to beat each other up in the gym. You spar to train and learn and hone your technique and everything and develop defensive strategies and stuff and game plans for your fight. So if you just got guys in there warring, getting beat up, yeah, that's what's going to happen. They're going to get beat up in the gym. So, this is what we're saying here. So you guys, I know y'all. Okay, Brooklyn Child Boxing. He says, I messed up that comment. I'm saying Kovalev would beat Canelo if they were to fight, in my opinion. Yeah, that's understandable. Broderick Hunter says at GG salute. Joseph Brown says, Bonton South D-Town, you still be chilling over on. Oh, man, I'm not going to read that. Not going to read that. So this is what it is, man. For a Sunday night conversation, Stormy B, man. You guys, you know, coming in here trying to defend the honor of Anthony Yarde when that brother wasn't ready. I tell you, man, you gotta be cool. Gotta be cool. Listen to Stormy B, man. I ain't gonna steer you wrong on these boxing tips, man. I have you ready for the fight. So, fellas, I'm not gonna stay on here much longer. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about the fight and give my little comments on it and everything. I didn't even get a chance to go all the way through with it, but that's okay, because I'm glad you brothers came on to rock with me. You can always come back, catch me on the fly again. But you know, for now, this is all Stormy B, man, got for you. And I'm going to have to catch you guys later, you know, because it's time for me to go to bed, brothers. You know, I got a job, you know what I'm saying? But I don't work tomorrow. I'm just tired. And I got to catch me some Z's. But I appreciate everybody that came out to rock with me. I want to say shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing Community, and everybody who's in the chat tonight. Come back and rock with me again. This is Stormy B, man, and I'm out of here.